Why y'all ain't tell me that y'all wasn't hearing me, that I was on mute? But at any rate, I was just mentioning that I got some yogurt and mangoes right here. And I was getting in a few sets. If y'all notice, I ain't got my tuxedo on. But, I was doing my workout.
Dude in there? Sorry. There's a guy in the girl's bathroom.
So we got Shaquem, Hisham, King Matt, Phil G. What's the deal? I'm thinking positive. But so far, it's looking like this year is getting off to a little bit of a funny start. It's one of the things where, so far, I don't know if y'all experienced this type of thing as a 5%, you know what I mean? But have you ever experienced situations where it's like people want you to give them advice, right? In impossible situations? Like they'll ask you, they'd be like, yo, God, we should, what you think about this right here? And then when you tell them, they like, nah, I got it, man. I know what I'm doing. And then they call you back and be like, yo, remember that thing I was telling you about? But yo, I just jumped out the window. Like literally, I just jumped out the window. I just passed the 25th floor. And I'm trying to figure out a way that I don't hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? Can you help me out, God? And then when I say, nah, bro, I tried to tell you to stay away from the window already. Yo. Pardon me, bro. The bar. So yeah, I ran into that situation a couple times so far, in 2024 already, where people don't understand that. Look, you make your decisions. You know what I'm saying? Then, you got the wrong Christ. See, I'm not going to die for your sins. That's the difference between me and not the guy. You got to deal with your own sins. But I digress. So Phil G, let's go ahead. Whew. We back in peace. For the new people that came in, I'm having a little mangoes and yogurt right now. But back to what I was saying, Phil G, let's go ahead and get you out the way early this week. For those that might be new, y'all don't know, Phil G takes us in directions that, takes us a while to takes us a little minute to solve the riddles that we get from Phil G. Hisham Allah, where you from? Okay, so we lucked out. We lucked out. Phil G is at the job right now. Phil G is at the job right now, so we've been saved. We get to live another day. Oh, he's sharing from Love Allah. That's peace. Got some of the other people. Who is? Well, you know what? Let's not talk him up. Let's not talk him. But we're gonna let a few more people come in. We let a few more people come in before we get down to business with the topic. Activation. In today's degree, today's supreme mathematics being wisdom. This is a good day to deal with this topic, I'm saying. All right, Son of Man, you Allah. Peace. I think that might be a first right there. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen somebody whose name was You Allah that spelled it Y-O-U. It's usually just You Allah, like the letter U. Not that nothing's wrong. I'm just saying it's the first time I can't recall seeing that before. You said, is there such a thing as activating your faith? I mean, it's a little bit of a misnomer. It's a little bit of a misnomer, right? But here's the thing. At the point that you activate your faith, right, it ceases to become faith. Like, at that point, you've separated, right? Like, that is the, putting that into activation is the initiation of you separating the reality from the mystery. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just have faith that something can happen and then you do it, then it's not faith no more. You understand what I'm saying? Or if you have faith that something can happen and then you fail, spectacularly, then it's also not faith no more because you know that it's false. You understand what I'm saying? But because there's people that have put it in activation though. You see what I'm saying? There's people that have died, right, because they didn't accept help because they was like, nah, my religious faith says that this is gonna happen or that's gonna happen. You understand what I'm saying? And by the same token, there's people that really believe, in the positive principles that's always kind of expressed by, all these different faiths, ways of life, cultures, et cetera, et cetera. So you got people who, they Christian, and in a Christian heart of righteousness, they go outside and do stuff for people. You know what I'm saying? The Jehovah's Witness, when they come to your house, they're activating their faith. You know what I'm saying? But what they doing now, look, what they teaching, we don't agree with. But I bet you, see, we supposed to teach 10 people, right? I bet you Jehovah's Witness got their 10 people, and a lot of people right here today ain't got their 10 people. And see, that's not about whether they better than you, it's about activation. It's not about whether they science is better than our science. It's about they put what they have faith in the activation. You know what I'm saying? Now we saying that we beyond faith, right? We got absolute knowledge. You see, that's the difference. You see what I'm saying? We already here. We might as well go ahead and see. That's the difference. See, that's the difference between building and talking. See, and you know what? It's wild because, see, even when you said that you didn't want to take us in a direction, you end up taking us in a direction. See, I know these people. That's that's the thing. See, I'm hit. I knew that was coming. I predict history. You know what I'm saying? But you said I thought faith was impossible without actions that shall prove it. With no faith. So yeah, we got West Coast Wise just stepped in. You know what I'm saying? But no, faith is what is the definition of faith? Because faith is supposed to be knowledge with the absence of evidence. Like, see, you can't see, like right now, right? You can say, look, I believe that there's going to be a live stream today, Random Jews, right? But see, as soon as it was a live stream, that left the realm of belief. Like, see, if God came right here in the room, right, and stood over there and said, yeah, they go that motherfucker right there that keeps saying he God and I don't exist, and zap me with a lightning bolt, right? Then it wouldn't be, people wouldn't have faith. That would be historical knowledge. That happened. People would be able to point to the news story. You said knowledge without evidence is not knowledge. That's why it's called faith. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. 793rd. You know, some 793rd, I was thinking about you today. Do you know I've seen either Pee Wee Dance or Red Alert or both of them every day for like the last 2 weeks? See, a lot of y'all, you know, y'all might don't know who we talking about, but 793rd, like I said, I knew you'd be interested in that. But I'm dead. I seen Red Alert, right? I said peace to him. I went around the corner. Pee Wee Dance walked out the motherfucking check casher place. Yeah. Okay, so we have faith is dead without works. Now that's what I'm saying. Is that, you know, there's some people that they have this faith and they live it out. You understand what I'm saying? See, that's a very fine line where, depending on how eloquent people are, right? You can talk a good game about civilization and righteousness, but where was that ever put into activation? See? You know, a word read up there in miles, is that must be a typo. Faith is just potential, though it doesn't mean anything. I mean, now I'm gonna tell you something, right? And this is something that happens, you know, but it's that, see, you gotta remember, getting the knowledge at a young age, right? You start to move away from those types of words. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have you know, those words, you know, faith, spirituality, souls, you know, all of this stuff has a strong connection to Christianity for you when you first get the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, faith is not a word or a concept, right? That you know, I'm well versed with. You know what I'm saying? But you know, well, let's go ahead and look at it. Let's see what Webster. Let's see what Merriam-Webster has to do with, or what Merriam-Webster has to say about the word faith. Okay, so it says complete trust or confidence in someone or something, strong belief in God or the doctrines of a religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof. So that's the dictionary definition. I don't, you know, you look at these words and the different, uh, you know, definitions, but that's what I'm saying. Is that's, you know, people saying that they know without having evidence. It said being resolute that one's actions will generate a desired result. I mean, that border is there, but I don't know if I would necessarily define that as faith. Or would faith be the word? Faith is like the word suppose. They don't exist in reality. So you said, I got it as a teen. Those types of words deal with mystical and mythical versus evidence and showing and proving. He says, just like when people say hope. I mean, see, now look, we're dealing with some words here, right? That, this is why I always say, look, you got to look these words up and you got to deal with the etymology, because, you got words that, have a particular meaning, especially, when the word first was introduced to whatever lexicon it was introduced to, right? It may have had a particular meaning, but over the years, the way the word is used may end up changing, right? So like I was saying, you look at a word like terrible and terrific, they both have the same root, which is terror. Or you look at awesome and awful, they both, one leaves you with some awe, one leaves you full of awe. But the way they've come to be used over the time, right? One has come to mean really, really good, and one has come to mean really, really bad. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these words, right? If you're using the word faith, is going to be in that category. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going from, it really wasn't until the 1900s that the Bible stopped being looked at as a history book. So, all of these things that's being introduced by the church that we call just faith and belief and mysticism now, at that time, is knowledge. What they considered it then. Divine. Oh, this is the wordsmith. You said you recorded a song. I'm saying, look, is this love music? Because I don't want to listen to love music. I don't know. I don't know if I want to hear no love music, man. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I don't listen to love music. You said one of the definitions of faithful is true to the facts or the original. No, that's a usage of the word, where they're saying that you stayed faithful to whatever was the original idea. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to remember that would make me have to describe myself as faithful, right? Because I'm adhering to the original laws that it was. But I'm not. I wouldn't say that about myself. You said trust is the original. It evolved into belief. I wouldn't say it evolved. Maybe devolved. Because see, trust is based on the truth. At least that's how we used to manifest it. Arabi, you remember that's what we used to say. right? You trust the truth, Plus, you gotta remember, we from New York, right? This is the New that's just where the knowledge came from, and we kind of known for that. Like, we don't just trust strangers. Like, that's not just the New York concept of trust involves knowledge. Do I eat cottage cheese? I mean, I've eaten it. It's not something like, but it's not like a staple or nothing. You said remixing New York, Dog Pound. So you expect to send me this? So you're remaking the Dogtown. I mean, you're remaking the Dog Pound version of New York. And you're going to send that to me. See, sometimes, you ever be in a situation, you like, yo, who you talking to? That's rich. I was thinking about you too. I got a jewel for you. I got a jewel for you, man, based on those comments that you put in my comment section. I don't know if you want to talk about that. I don't know if you want to talk about if you want me to address those comments that you put in the comment section of the last box, the last video. I mean, so the dictionary gives us definitions that indicate how those words are more typically used, hence different definitions for different meanings. So you're going to get on your Snoop style. But we deal with that later. Like I said, if you want to go into those topics, I think I got a little bit better understanding of what you're talking about based on those comments, but we'll get back to that later. You know what I'm saying? But OSVN, welcome to the chat. But dealing with the science of activation. Yeah, I still got them, but I gotta get all the websites back in order. I got sincere. You know what I'm saying? But getting back, we kind of got caught up in the word faith, right? But the original question was, about faith and activation, right? In which I was saying that, at the point that you put the faith in the activation, right? Then It's no longer faith. You know what I'm saying? And by the same token, right? If you could be speaking the truth, but if you ain't putting it in activation, guess what? It goes back into the realm of faith. Oh, what's going on, Omnipotent? It goes back into the realm of faith because you didn't put it into activation. So when you go out there and you're speaking to people, you tell them that the black man is God, right? How they supposed to see that? See, remember, we all of us, right? We got to be a witness to a law world manifest. See, when the law came out and started manifesting, see all that history, all those people, all those events. You see what I'm saying? All of that is what Allah manifested into the world. So there was no mystery for us. Dude didn't just say, yeah, you know what I'm saying, brother that lived back in the time he was God, take my word for it. At least that's how it happened for me, you know. Brother just say, yeah, man, no doubt. I walk with God, and now I'm God now myself. You know, and you know, if you keep walking with me and put this into activation, you be one of us too. But see, the whole time it was in activation. Like if you just go outside, they say, yeah, well, you know, there's some people out there. And look, maybe some of y'all had that experience because you further away, where you just heard that, yo, there's some people out there that call themselves God. You know, they got to hold signs. You know, you might have even heard, yeah, you know that rap group that you listen to that you like, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, they're part of this thing where they call it, but see, you don't know what it is. It hasn't been manifested over there where you at, right? It's manifested in the world, but it hasn't been put into activation in your particular square miles. That's the difference between just talking and building. See, because you know, building, it means that things is adding up. So if we just have a conversation, we can have a conversation about making $1 million. And then end up with no money. Because nothing was put into activation. See, that's what you have to be aware of that. See, even with this science that we're talking. See, here's the thing, right? See, and this is what they mean in the 13th degree. See, the knowledge degree in the 1 to 10, right? Yeah, it's all this beautiful stuff, right? But you got to put that into activation. See, the wisdom degree, the colored man puts that into activation. See, when we look at all of Yakub's rules and regulations to be enforced since the beginning of manufacturing the devil, we see at least an analog to that still being manifested today. Right? There's something in our society where we can look back and see the parallel from the time Yakub started laying down his law of unlike attract, alike repel. But if you look at your life, right, how many things do you see the direct relationship, the supreme mathematics, to the stuff that you're doing, to the stuff that you're saying? See, that's the science of activation. See, that's why you can have people, see, that's a different, we deal with that later. You see here? Oh yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I seen, you know who else I seen? 793rd? I seen Said G, yo, about that's about 4 or 5 days ago. I seen Said G. I'm standing right here in the corner. He walked right across the street. But I used to see Said G all the time. He used to live in my building. Cool key for him. They used to come to the building all the time. Charlie. Yeah, you know something that you brought up, Planet Asia. I gotta hit him up. I ain't talked to him, but I definitely haven't talked to him this year. But yeah, I gotta hit him up. The truest reality is the act of mathematics. When it's applied properly, one can't help but to build. I mean, look, but that's with everything. See, with every idea, right? There's the part where you put it in activation. You know what I'm saying? And when you put things into activation, it's going to bear some fruit, right? Like Robbie was saying, you know, the result of your actions, right, is going to bring about some desired result. You know, so the same goes with, like you said, you used the word loyalty a while ago, right? Okay, that's a word, but then there's when shit hits the fan, right? Is that going to be, you know, see, you got activation, right? A word that's related to that is activity. So see, you can say you righteous, right? But what is the activities, right? What is the activities of righteousness? You know, you the true and living God. So the God allow you reality say living is the activities of life. Shout out to the law of reality. I gotta get a law of reality. Keep telling me comes correct. But and you know, he do a little piece, you know. Law of reality say you wanna come on, Bill. So, like I said, you know, you can have loyalty, but it's when shit hits the fan, right? You can have love. See, like people say they love the nation, they love the knowledge, they love the brothers and sisters. Okay, what is the activities, right? What is the activities that you've at least initiated, right? That demonstrate that on all worlds from highest to lowest. Like in your verbal world, I'm saying, like, I understand you got your Facebook group. So in that group, yeah, everybody comes in there, yeah, we loyal, no doubt, man. Loyalty, that's what we do. It's my middle name. But like I said, then there's when shit hits the fan. See, a lot of things that you see happen, look, it's activity. They see people a lot of times we talk about, look, people using our stuff, right? Somebody's using our flag or they using our, see, that's lack of activity. See, the example I like to use is the McDonald's arches. Like right now, if you went and got a chain, right? You went and got some jewelry, you got a diamond McDonald's piece on it. People gonna ask you how you affiliated with McDonald's. Because McDonald's is so active with their emblem, they so active with their activity of selling burgers and fries that it can't be mistaken. Like if you make some fries that taste like they fries, you say, yo, this tastes like they fries. Because they're so active and everybody knows they work. You see, if we out there and they see that, oh, every time we see somebody with a flag on, right? This is the reality of how they are. This is the reality of who it is that I'm coming in tune with. Then a person can't come with the fake. That's the only reason the fake can ever exist, is if the real is not active. How many times that happened to you in life, right? Where you was doing something and then you got exposed to the real thing, was like, whoa, wait a minute. And how many times you've been exposed to the real thing and then somebody came with the bootleg and you was like, come on, man. Come on, son. I'm dealing with that. That's not even what you telling me it is. You talk about. You see, a motherfucker get on here and pretty much you can bootleg the knowledge. Act like you got it. Phil G, now look, this is you hit something on the head right there, right? Phil G said, even when you have to put your dukes up. See, that's the fucking key, G. That's the fucking key, B. Is that, what happens when there's a price to be paid? What happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, we say, look, freedom is not free. We get to come out and say a whole lot of shit and do a whole lot of shit, right? Because the brothers that was before us put things into activation and showed the proof. See, like you could go into the school system right now and say you got it. Nigga, one time, when you went into, some type of official, government situation where, you being evaluated, if you said you was God, you was headed to Bellevue. At one time, man, you know what I'm saying? If you came out on the street, you was standing on the corner talking about you was God, motherfuckers came to attack you, man. The fuck off our turf, punk. So see, in those times, yeah, those ideas have to be real. You know what I'm saying? For those brothers who they got to go against the gang. So now, yeah, loyalty is, look, the gang is running down. You going to leave me? You could build all you want as beautiful as you want. Like, look, that reminds me of a situation one time, me and Arabi was maintaining. I don't even remember what we was maintaining. To tell the truth, the only thing I really remember about that whole day is what I'm about to tell you. I just remember me and him was maintaining, right? And just out the blue, like nothing there happened. We wasn't doing nothing weird. It was like that would, that might be the outcome of nothing, right? But all of a sudden, Robbie says to me, right? He says, "Yo, God, we together, God. You know what I'm saying? If something happens and we have to run, you don't go that way and I go that way, like we split up. No. Whatever happens to us, it happens to both of us. We together, right?" So when he says that, right, it's one of the times where it's like, look, in my back of my mind, I'm like, okay, something happened. I don't I'm thinking, listen, something happened, right? And somebody didn't do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask him about what happened. It was just one of the things. I just looked at him like, all right, I'll figure out later what happened. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was like, he said that, and then we went back to dealing with whatever else we was dealing with. It wasn't no long, drawn out conversation. It was one of the things that just came out the blue. He just, that was at the Javits. So you remember that. See, that's what I'm saying. At the Javits Center, we wasn't over there doing that when you got a rep. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't. And then he just came out the blue like, yo, God, we together, God. If something happens, you don't go that way and I go that way. You know what I'm saying? But that's when all these things really, really hit the fan, man. Joe G said, I knew dudes that call themselves kings with no kingdoms. I mean, look, that's a heavy, it's a little bit of a low blow there, Phil G, but heavy, what does they say? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Oh, man. So I have rabbits hopping around. You know what's funny? I've been around a pet rabbit recently. It's not my pet rabbit, but I have been around a pet rabbit. I don't know if that has anything to do with what you're talking about. Robbie said it's really embarrassing for a fraud to get exposed, especially when you were not trying to blow up their spot when they talk in your presence and their people can tell the difference with their own eye. Look, I've even seen it happen to 5%ers. You ever seen that? I know you've seen it, Robbie. But you ever seen, like, look, a person, they out there teaching, right? You know what they supposed to do, right? They out there teaching, but those people that they teaching, right? They got them thinking that they King Kong of the gods. This person is, look, they the highest scientists that exist. And then one day, they bring those people that they teaching, they bring them around the whole Bible. And those people that they teaching, now they see for the first time, yo, wait, man, you're not even. we thought you was the man. You come over here, man. I seen that. And I've seen the other way too. Where's somebody over there, right? And they like, yo, that person, they might see him around or whatever. They don't really know. But then I might come around there and be like, oh shit, peace, God. Yo, who you been at? They like, yo, that's the God? That is the God. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, look, if they don't know who he is, right? He's probably not putting things into activation right now. That's the thing about activation, right? There's also deactivation. You know what I'm saying? When you deal with that word, activation, active, see, they continue daily. See, there's some things that once you start, you can't stop. And see, once you start breathing, you can't stop. That's what I'm saying. It's not just negative. It's some things that, look, that's the way it is. It has to remain active. Your heart has to remain active. There's other things that can go a little bit dormant. He said, I don't try to be the center of attention. I just sit with my pet crow in the corner, quietly feeding him breadcrumbs. I don't know if I agree with you on that. You not being the center of attention. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. You can try to not court attention. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you didn't, you don't go outside wearing all types of extra flashy clothes or whatever. You ain't. But let me tell you something, man. Magnetic is magnetic. Magnetic is magnetic, man. You could walk in and you could be trying to be incognito. But magnetic is magnetic, man. People see, people can detect what's the centrifugal force, man. Or the centripetal force. So one of my educators told me that being God just means being the best black man you can be, nothing more, nothing less. Very practical approach to activation. Um, well, yeah, I guess yeah, in a very simplified way. You said, what is better, extrovert or introvert? I mean, some of these types of psychological terms, I don't really have that firm of a grasp on, and, how it really applies to, people's activity. You know what I'm saying? Because uh, see, let's just say from the jump, right? Let me ask you a question. Right? Would you consider me an extrovert or an introvert? So Phil G said on both. Can you break that down a little bit? How am I both? You said in California, I'm not the man. All right. Now see right there, you know, it says you be the original man. So I don't know why, some of these things, you gotta watch how you talking, bro. I'm telling you, watch these words, man. And you're the wordsmith. But you said I just quietly slide a few baby supreme mathematics and go back to my bird's nest. Also, I don't walk no one through 120. I gave math and alphabet, then I write down your channel, Prince name on it, and soon as. No. None of that's right exactly. See, this is the same biblical shit here, man. You telling them about people that ain't here right now. They don't know me. They know you. They didn't see me putting things in the activation that would make them say, yo, you know what? You try to do things the way I seen this brother doing. That's not it. That's what you just described. If you give somebody the math and the alphabet and then you tell them to refer to me, Prince Name on soon is, we're not where they at. We don't know what's the problems that they facing. We can't see, like we just saying, right? We could tell them certain things about civilization and righteousness, but we can't put it into activation with them. So you say you speak out, you're hip hop, and hip hop is outspoken, but you listen and observe so you know how to fall back and do knowledge. He said, I gave them the science and teach to the best of my ability. Yeah, but see, you got to teach, right? Not just with the words, you got to teach with the activation. They got to see you being God. You've got to prove some things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, see, look, that's what I said. See, a lot of y'all give, we seen it all on TV, we seen the picture, but you didn't learn nothing from that. See, Allah showed them things they never saw before. Like when y'all saw that thing where he took them on the airplane, they never was in the airplane before. When he manifested the truth to them about things that they never knew the substance of. They had to walk amongst them for that to occur. The channels is here. Look, like I told you, my channel originally came because, look, there was a series of rallies that we had. Like it was maybe like 3 rallies in a row. And, brothers building at the rally, it's been a lot of controversy about things that's on the internet. People's on the internet, right? Saying all types of stuff. Like I said, we don't need to open back those cans of worms. And so really, I started this channel kind of just to battle them back because I still don't like this shit. See, I fuck with y'all because see, look, I'm not going to see it. You just everybody's got to accept that. But I do also accept that there's people that told me that listen, this from these live streams that put me on track how I was supposed to be, but I've seen some people too that, they first didn't know nothing. They just knew that we were saying that we was God, and now they know 120. You know what I'm saying? They family and everything is all introduced to this knowledge, you see what I mean? And this channel helped them get there. So, I understand that part. However, we still got to put things in activation. And see, even those people, right? When you come to the school, you see me putting the stuff, what I'm saying, in activation. If you see me in the street, you see me putting the stuff, what I'm saying, in activation. And that's a big difference from you just talking a good game. You said, where am I supposed to go through every degree with kids at the McDonald's? See, I didn't get here in a day. You didn't get what you got in a day. So, if you're expecting to teach, listen, this shit, I just came to the realization too just now. This shit, I just came to the realization just now. So, no, you're not going to sit down over one Big Mac and a milkshake and explain everything that got to do with knowledge. But you can meet them there. You know what I'm saying? You can, exchange numbers with them. You can stay in tune with them. You can see if, they are part of your community or if they in some community where, some other brothers that might can help them. You said you can't feed a baby steak. Well, where you getting steak from? See, let me tell you something that you might don't realize, man. This knowledge is made for children. That's why it's simple like that. That's why you hear saying stuff like knowledge means to know the ledge, wisdom means the wise, the dumb. Because we was children. And believe it or not, man, those children, man, they pick up on this thing and do it like nobody else, bro. Like if you ask me, that's one of the keys, man. Is that look, we just had just now. With somebody 30 and babies in the same shit. Nah, man. If you get this nice to little kids, man, listen, they're real with this shit. The little kids is real. It ain't no the rules is the rules, bro. See, that's the old niggas, man, that that's my man and shit. But nah, man, fuck all that shit. You don't know what's mad? Fuck him up. Get him out of here. See, that's how kids is with it, man. See, first of all, amongst kids, things just spread. Like, think about this, right? As a grown person, right? How many new friends you make? In the last 5 years, right? How many new friends you made? every time I used to go to the park, I used to get new friends. Everywhere I used to go, that'd be the last thing. Yo, what's your name? Yo, you live around here? You come outside tomorrow? I'm see you tomorrow, yo. See you tomorrow. Yeah, you gonna have a ball? You know, that was almost every day for me. You know, and see, because I'm moving in a certain layer of the atmosphere. So people is wondering, yo, how you move in that layer of the atmosphere like that? You gotta know this math. It's me. See, that's when I start doing my thing. You see, as an older person, I don't meet new people like that. You said writing down the channels is not a good teaching method. No, that's not a teaching method. You're not teaching. I mean, you could say you taught them that the channel existed, but that's not teaching. Like I'm saying, look, see, sometimes you gotta look at things, maybe in a universal context, right? Let's say I'm just an arithmetic teacher. I'm a physics teacher. And my students come into class and I tell them to write down the videos of somebody that I feel like is a better physics teacher than me. Bro, what does that have to do with the people that's right in front of you that's trying to learn physics or arithmetic? Sending them to people who know this better than me. Listen, I understand that. But see, what you're doing is you're using us for a shield. I'm not going to say you have a dirty religion, but you're using us for a shield. So now it's like you did your duty because you sent them to me. Nah, bro, do your own fucking work, man. Nah. Do your own work. And let me tell you something. I have a pet peeve with that. Where, you meet somebody and instead of you teaching them, you say, yeah, go to the school. Then you send these crazy motherfuckers to headquarters. Who the fuck does that? Like if you in the United States Army and you somewhere out in the perimeter, you outside, you more than 20 miles outside the holy city of Mecca, right? Whatever is the capital, you're not in Washington, D.C. Then you meet some oddball who clearly doesn't have the knowledge because you're sending them to get the knowledge, and you send them to the White House. How's that work? See, even in terms of if you like that person, right? Why are you going to send them around me? Knowing that they don't know protocol. Why are you going to send them around me? You going to send them around me wearing the flag and not knowing their lessons? You going to send them around me not knowing their lessons? You just lined your man up. Why would you do that? You're supposed to be teaching them people. First of all, you will know where I'm at. What if I'm doing something? You got to do your own work. I'm just telling you. Everybody in here, if you say you the son of man, say this. Don't tell me I'm smarter than you. I just study my lessons. You didn't study yours. Divine Booking says, peace, not disputing this for the babies because that is the foundation that the Father laid. However, do you have any age demographic agenda, and do you think the nation in its entirety should? No. it's the same with any kind of education, right? Is that, we're responsible for children. We're not responsible for adults, right? And so in childhood education, right, in elementary school, they be on top of you about every little thing, right? They holding your hands. They holding your hands. You know what I'm saying? Did you get this answer? They give you, but see, when you get to college, there's none of that, bro. You're responsible for that. So it's not that everybody can't learn, but you're responsible to learn when you get in your 30s and 40s and 50s. Because, first of all, like I was telling people, see, being that I learned this as a child, right? If you're 30, 40, 50, you don't want to learn from me. Because, see, I have a way that I do this where it's like, yeah, this is, you can do it right or you can do it wrong, but fuck what your way is. So as a grown person, you might be like, nah, that's not really for me. That type of. It doesn't mean that you can't get the knowledge. It just means that you're more, but I mean, in any situation, right? When a person is teaching you, right? By definition, the person that's teaching you is the authority in the room. And once people reach a certain stage, they don't want no authority over them. So that means you're responsible for your own discipline. You're responsible now for your own activities. Because now that you don't have no authority, we don't go tell your parents, yo, did you know your son did this? Did you know your son did that? No, we don't do that. We take you straight to the penitentiary. You said the only reason I did that is because I travel a lot. What if I never see them again? Just was able to bill for an hour. Okay, but say that. Say that. Don't say that you've done your duty, right, by telling them about somebody else. Because see, when we teach that the Almighty, true and living God is the Son of Man, supreme being black, listen, we not teaching. We teaching that we're that person. You can't teach that somebody else is that person and still say you this and still act like you're not dealing with religion. Bread Pool TV said, what is physical punishment? Why is physical punishment a consequence for not knowing your lessons? What's the benefit? And when did that originally begin? Okay, so I mean, I don't. You saying particularly from the 5%? Because physical punishment, right? Punishment in general, right, is often the penalty for ignorance. Like, me and the brothers in the penitentiary, right? Their parents tried to teach them lessons. They didn't listen, and the consequences was physical. If somebody tries to teach you how to cross the street and you don't learn those lessons, the consequence will be physical. That's just, Now, if you're saying in particular with us, right, you got to look at the history. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, you're dealing with a situation where a weak link could be the difference between life and death. You're dealing with a situation where, you know, you know, we don't have, a story. We can't tell you about when the law was 50. We can't tell you when he was 60 or 70. You know why? Because he was assassinated. We grew up knowing that there was a COINTELPRO investigation into a law, you know what I'm saying? And you know that when that type of investigation goes down, it goes down with cooperation from people that's a part of what they investigate. So yeah, we have a strong propensity to know who's who and what you about. You know what I'm saying? Like I always said, look, if I could press a button and just, like an app on my phone or something, if I could just press the app and it tell me what you about, I'll be pressing that motherfucker all day long. That's I don't know if these is answering your questions, but like I said, some aspects of your question is unclear. You know what I'm saying? What's the benefit? In my personal look, we got rid of a lot of thieves like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, brother, everybody don't want to have the knowledge for the same reason. So, people coming amongst us to use us for, a shield, a tool, slaves, etc., etc. Yeah, often the penalty for that was physical. But so, Bread Pool TV. Am I answering your question or were you asking me something else? And when did it originally begin? See, there was always brothers that was just they was there was I've heard I tried to think of maybe what's the first story that I heard about that, but there was always brothers that understood the gravity of what's going on. Yeah, so but ultimately, I will say this though, is that like I said, that the worst, the consequences is going to be physical, right? If you're not putting this knowledge into activation, if this is what you're saying that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was talking about the penalties for certain things. Earlier I'm saying. Right? And it's like, okay, if you don't prepare yourself with whatever lessons with whatever lessons it might be, right? And then what if you find yourself in a situation one day where now because you didn't learn whatever lessons it is, right? Whether it's the knowledge of self, whether it's your school lessons, whether it's whatever, right? And then now you're in a situation where, okay, now you can't make no money, right? That's physical, but that comes from lessons that you learn. And then now, though, you got family. You got a woman and babies and shit, you know what I mean? And they going through trials and tribulations because you don't have the knowledge and put the knowledge in the activation you're supposed to. You think that's going to hurt worse? You think that's going to hurt worse than something that's going to happen because you don't know your lessons? See, that's the real deal. That, you know, yeah, that often did get out of hand. You know, it's kids. So yes, it's going to be misunderstanding, and some people got touched that shouldn't have. But, you know, life is much more serious than that. So, you know, just in general, you know, just like you asked, you know, you know, why is there a physical consequence? Some people even want to be, some people's like, yo, why you gotta ask lessons? Why you gotta tell him he's not right and exact? You see what I mean? Where you gonna draw the line at with that? And then what does that make us? You know, but you got, I mean, you know, all that lessons, you know, you're a student enrolled with that. You see, this is what I'm saying, Wordsmith. Now, how could you not want to be the center of attention when you right here in the comment box? I see you in a video with a cop named Ron. That's your partner's Officer Ron B. Clearly, you want some attention here. Clearly, you want some attention right here. It's no other way. You said, would that go back to the knowledge born degree in the 140? I mean, not really. But, you know, yeah, that's the type of thing that would be said during that time. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I said, you know, the worst look, like even we just say the worst death is a mental death. See, because you're gonna have to answer these questions. Whether you answer them in a cipher with brothers that's your peers, whether you have to answer them to whatever woman, how you gonna get a woman? How you gonna get a woman all this stuff? You supposed to have all these babies and all this right to. How you gonna get it? You don't think she gonna ask you none of these questions? You don't think she gonna ask you to show and prove the knowledge degree? You don't think she gonna ask you to show and prove the knowledge culture degree? What happens when you get down to the job and shit, right? And you got to explain to them, you know, that look, certain elements of my culture, I don't want to be mixing with certain things here. And then now this is your livelihood. You don't know what to do. Then either you got to go to the Christmas party and eat pig, right? Or you can, show and prove to these people that, look, I'm from a culture where, we don't do that. Peace to y'all. You know what I mean? I come through and, show y'all some love in our world, but look, that's y'all limitation. You got to keep explaining to yourself. When you're going through these trials and tribulations, right? And this could be with anything, right? Even when you at your job, you at your job sometimes, and it's like, yo, B, this shit ain't even worth it. Like when you're going through trials and tribulations and you have to think about the things that you need to take care of, where you like, yeah, you know what though? I can't flip the script. So, you go love hell or right? So when you in the depths of hell, and you got to say, yeah, but you know what? I'm God, so I'm not going to become the devil in here. I'm not going to fall victim to this shit. How you going to show and prove then? G said, I reconciled with my wife and built a way better life after activating my faith in mathematics. I literally won my wife back, moved us into a whole better situation from 2013 up to this day. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't use that word faith. I would just say, I made my word bond. Like this stuff, what I was saying, you know what I mean? Whatever, you man, woman, child, other stuff, then you made your word bond by manifesting those ideas into the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Into real activities of love and family. Right, Justice said, a mental death can usher in fast physical death. Absolutely. Peace. Peace. You said, I asked because I was building a few months ago with some guys down south that looked upon, physical consequences as an antiquated method. As for me, I don't see a problem. I completely understand, which I don't use that word either, but that's what he put right there. I think it's a matter of how much you've seen. Because see, I'm gonna tell you another thing. These things is not. That's another thing. Like I said, you got places where it got out of hand, right? But see, this is what I'm saying. This is the reality that we used to have, right? I don't know if Robbie is still on here. Maybe one of Lars on here. They can tell you, man. Is that see those same brothers that ain't know their lessons? You be walking down the street, minding your business by the bodega, and they come out with a ham and cheese sandwich. Like it was literally, listen, there was people that was getting into beef and getting the knowledge to get rid of the beef. There was people that got locked up, got knowledge in there for protection, but then when they come back out to the street, they lose all elements of the culture because they don't need that protection on them. There's people that's going to know their lessons tomorrow every day for 2 months. So this kind of concept that a person just slipped on one syllable and then no, that's not accurate. It's not. You know what I'm saying? And when you just coming in and you don't realize all of those things, you look at it like that. Especially when you're in the group that could possibly be punished. And automatically you don't really understand this punishment. Like, yo, why it's gotta be like that? I was there. Look, I stood in the corner a couple times, right here. Listen, see some people get ran out. At the time, I didn't realize because I'm just coming. So I'm like, damn, people just be getting ran away and shit. I'm thinking, I want this to happen to me. But see, now, after years, months, and days, I realize that, half of these people that come over here, like I told y'all yesterday, the brother that came, he had a teaching guide. And this is what he brought here to the school to say, okay, look, I've quantified the truth in my book. Whatever is the truth of the universe, I got it in this book right here. And this is a teaching guide. I'm bringing this out, give it to y'all, all the other nations, schools, whatever. My mindset is, look, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, if you want to, give us the book and let us read it and make that decision for ourselves. Like, if I read your book and decide that, this shit right here is the absolute truth, then that's what it is. We got people, calling the phone, all types. At the end of the day, there's standards here. There's standards. He said, I redefine words. When I was a Christian, I never liked their definition of faith. When I realized I had the ability to define words, that was one of the first ones I did, self-styled wisdom. I mean, see, you gotta remember, you gotta communicate with other people though. So see, when you redefine these words and then you're speaking to other people, then sometimes you don't know what you're talking about. What is Wordsmith? I don't know where you at, man, but you better start playing today, man. But getting back to what Bread Pool TV was, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, these days, I don't even ask nobody no lessons. Like, if you over 40, it's got to be something that makes me ask you the lesson. Like, maybe I never met you before and you said something that was a little bit off, or we talking about a particular topic, and I might say, yeah, God, what's that degree or something? But just come up to somebody that's, beyond a certain age, to ask them today. And so that's another thing about the brother that asked me about teaching people that's above a certain age. Like, see, I don't even want to. like I said, that's student enrolled stuff, man. So we and I got one last thing to say about that Brett Pool TV. You asked what was the benefit? The benefit was niggas knew not to fuck around. Pardon my French. that was the benefit, man. See, a lot of little Mickey Mouse shit that goes on now, and everybody's all up in arms and shit. Why is this going on? Yeah, people knew not to fuck around. But yeah, like I said, knowing y'all and we ran through a couple of topics. It was a little bit unfocused today, but sometimes it's like that. But let me go ahead and put out the call. Put out the call for any last questions here. We still got a little minute. We're not getting off just yet, but knowing the people here on my live stream, we gotta start shutting down early. He said after a certain age, it's hard for some people to even change their ethics. So in essence, it's not even worth the frustration. And at your answer for what's the benefit, that's a fact. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen. Matter of fact, y'all gotta come to the hill. Y'all gotta come to the hill. I was about to drop a jewel on y'all. See, that's what I'm saying. Is in my mind, there's still a separation between this internet shit and real life. Man. Y'all only think y'all getting the real jewels. Apparently, the wordsmith has left us. Shit, I got it late. I'm not even gonna stunt like I was young in age when I was smart. See, that's the thing though. It doesn't matter when you got it. All that matters is that you got it. Now, that could be bias, personal bias, you know what I mean? But I do think there's just a huge advantage to getting it at a young age. But I don't, in anything, right? For you to start, they say that that's not really true or whatever. But if you start at a young age, right, you're going to get your 10,000 hours in. And when they say if you learn anything for 10,000 hours, you're going to get a certain amount of expertise at it, right? If you start at a younger age, you're going to get your 10,000 in at an earlier age. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is more open. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know people that got it, with me at that age, right? And they over there in the church now. I know people that got it in their 20s, you know what I'm saying? And look, they was true and living ever since, though, I'll tell you that much. It's just a matter of is it my responsibility to teach you? You know what I'm saying? Is it, how much frustration am I going to deal with to teach you? You see what I'm saying? I mean, like, look, I'm teaching somebody 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? And they don't know their lessons. You know what I'm saying? Yo, why you didn't? Yo, God, it was the party, God. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. Not that I'm still not going to say nothing about it, but I can understand that. You see, you 45 and shit, and you telling me you ain't take care of your responsibility, get the fuck out of here. Because and even if I do understand, you need to understand greater and handle what you gotta handle. Come back when you handle it. He says, see, I'm 21 and I feel like I got it late. God, 21 was an older brother. When I was coming up, if you was in your 20s, we considered you like you was an older guy. Like we didn't really maintain around you because, we still coming into the knowledge. Yes, I mean? So things that we ain't supposed to be doing, we doing. So yeah, somebody 21. Even really tell the truth, if you was out of high school, you was older. Like I would say the general people that was a part of the cipher, we was between about 11, maybe the oldest brothers was like 19. You said, all right, wisdom and pride. You said, I don't really get that feeling now though, G. What's the feeling you don't get, you saying? Yeah, that's because y'all started considering people 21, 26, 30 years old as babies. So that's why you're not getting the young people no more. See, y'all do shit now. Y'all want to teach their mothers. That's the real. That's the real deal. That's what yeah. And listen, this has been a new thing that's come up recently. Is that listen? Yeah, you want to teach these kids, you got to teach their mother. What? See, that's the real fucking deal here, man. Y'all don't say that to the kids. Y'all say something to their mother and then pretend that y'all teaching. Yeah, you got brothers come here and tell me that about the boxing class. Like, yeah, God, you got to do. God, why do I have to deal with their mothers, God? What do I have to tell them right? They're already bringing their child here. Firstborn was between 12 and 17. I think somebody was like 20 though. 12, it might have been like between 13 and 20. But those, you know, and you know what I'm saying? That thing, I add you niggas a nation historian, so I'm not even gonna argue it. You know, listen, when I add was around, he's motherfucker I call sometimes. Yo, I add, man. You heard about this right here? Yeah, I add break the whole shit down for you. Him and Master Bill, they should be on Facebook. Shout out to Master Bill too. God returned to out there in LA during the pandemic and all that. But those two, man, I used to not even talk to them. They used to always call me all the time. I'm talking to y'all, man. Because listen, those two, oh man, you think I'm a stickler. But getting back to what we were saying, see, uh, you know, see, anything that you put amongst young people, right? That shit spreads like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? Like if one kid walks into kindergarten with a cold, everybody's getting a cold. If one kid walks in with some new slang, everybody in the class gonna be using that slang by the end of the week. And if one kid walks in there with knowledge of self, a couple other kids gonna have knowledge by the end of the week, man. Like, you know, I don't know uh how much that part of the history is expressed outside of New York. But we was getting the knowledge in school. I mean, not everybody, of course, you know, some people, you know, people around here, but school was the place. Like that's where I first, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, school is every day. You know, at least Monday to Friday. You know, the school is consistent. And you know, through that consistency of everything you're doing, you're gonna start to see the addition. You see, you know what I'm saying, your knowledge and your wisdom and your understanding multiplying, right? You gotta go there, you gotta express every day. And as I'm standing in front of the school and people are seeing me expressing it, it's other people that they like, oh shit, yo, I ain't got people listening to what he's saying right there. I wanna be able to have people listen to me like that. Right? So now a nigga approach me in class, yo, bro. You know, I seen you out there, you know, in the cipher this morning, you know what I'm saying? You look like you know what I'm saying, you know about all that right there. Like, you know, I was interested in the knowledge, but I ain't know how to like how you get in there. Okay. Meet me at the school, front of the building. You know where we be at. And at that time, you know, the person would come right there, right? So when I come to the cipher, right, I tell them, you stand like right here, like right, you know, not in the cipher, right? But you right there where you doing the knowledge. And there used to be a lot of people like that. Every day, everybody came outside the school, not every day, but, people would come outside the school with somebody who was interested in knowledge. And those people will always be, like right on the outside, just listening. Then after, when the cipher is over, you ask your brother, like, yo, you did the knowledge, you learned anything? Are you still interested in getting it? All right, look, meet me here in the morning, whatever. And then that's how I was doing. So what I'm saying is, you got to give it to the kids. I never seen nobody do it like that. You can say what you want. But I'm telling you, man, look, I was one of them. But there was other little kids out there that you saw that, listen, they had, they was holding court, man, wherever they was. Like Arabi and the brothers that he was around, they was holding court. He was a little bit older than me, but we all still was young. See, we the people, like I'm still in that age group, but but those are the people that got time to be on the street corner. It's your own thing to say we're supposed to be teaching at the rooftop and the street corners and over here and over here. You ain't got time to do that. You got to save yourself before you can save others. So those are the people really that this knowledge is meant for, man. And when, people stop overcomplicating this thing, right? And bring it back to the simplicity, what it was meant for, right? To make the babies elevate to their fullest potential, then you will see it growing, man. So you gotta remember, when we young, when you 15, 16, you ain't got 1,000 rules, bro. Like, see, now it's 1,000 reasons I disqualify you. See, back then, listen, you fast 3 days. Now, even back then, I was doing that, where I fasted 3 days with you. You know what I'm saying? I'll fast 3 days with you. But you fasted 3 days, you know what I'm saying? And then I start giving you the lessons. I didn't care if you was robbing and stealing. I didn't care if you was selling drugs. I didn't care about none of that. See, now, certain people was like, nah, man, this ain't for you. But I'm just explaining that part of, what we was doing, just to show you why, right? You got to teach the babies, man. And let them go out there. See, Allah taught the firstborn, and then the firstborn went to work. Said you're on a 3-day fast right now, just because, look, I haven't, I'm ducking right now. But, I fasted in December, last month. So it hasn't even been 30 days. But yeah, I haven't fasted yet for 2024. I don't know when I'm gonna get into the action, but it'll be soon. It'll be soon. But right now, I don't know if you was on. I had some yogurt and mangoes earlier, so my system is purified. GD said, "Have you watched the last 2 parliaments in full?" I didn't watch them in full. I was at both of them, but not for the whole time. Is there something in particular that I might have missed that you want to point out, or that you have to discuss about the rally? So that's why a part of me wish I would have got it before my team. Let me tell you something, though. the grass is always greener. You know what I'm saying? The grass is always greener. Because see, listen, I remember, even at that age, right? Knowledge, power, knowledge, equality, we should think the same way. Because mind you, you know what I'm saying? We knowledge, power, we knowledge, equality, and we starting to break boards, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we starting to, grown people can't build with us because we sharp. And we start thinking like, damn, yo, what if we was born with the knowledge? Yo, we would be like this now. We would be like that. It's always, the grass is always greener. See, because it's people who was born in this, right? That, because it's brothers that I grew up with, right? That came into the knowledge, and it's brothers that I grew up with that was born in the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And one of my little brothers that, he was born in knowledge, he always say like, yo, man, I always wanted to be with y'all, man. Like, because I knew him, I knew his pops even, but I'm saying, because his pops was one of the brothers that, he was the older brother that was schooling me in a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? So I knew him through that, but we used to see each other at that time in the cafeteria. If you was under 16, they used to call you to go eat first. It used to be all little kids and shit. And so that was one of the jokes, is that I was one of the little kids and shit. But after we ate, they used to go in the playground and be on the swings. And I used to go in the projects and be with the older brothers and shit. You understand what I'm saying? And so like I said, with him, he be like, yo, man, I always wanted to be with y'all though, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter when you got it. It just matters that you got it. You know what I'm saying? You said a lot of brothers a lot of controversy in the comments. This one brother said something about having kids in a hot tub, like that's what this is about. Okay. I see what you're saying now, GD. Uh, right, like Justice said, he fasts every month from the wisdom through the culture day. That's a great practice right there. Look, I don't know where that came from. I don't know where, but look, at one time when I was coming up, you should fast the 3 days before the rally. Every month, you should fast the 3 days before the rally. I'm not sure. That was one of the things that you got the knowledge. The brother said, "Yeah, this is how it is." But GD, in terms of the controversy at the rally, right? Look, anybody could come and teach. You know what I'm saying? See, that's another thing. I don't know if the brother's still on here that asked a question a while ago about physical consequences, right, for knowing your lessons, for not knowing your lessons, right? And see, that's one thing about the 5%. We don't jump you in. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Is you come in, you fast your 3 days, you get the knowledge, and then we treat you as equals. Do not underestimate shit, because look, anybody can come and learn, and anybody can come and teach. You know what I'm saying? The answer to misunderstanding is to wisdom understanding. You know what I'm saying? To show and prove, what is the best part. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Brad Pooh's TV, you still there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, we gotta be vigilant because just anybody's coming in. You know what I'm saying? But just in terms of look, uh, there's always gonna be people going up there saying stuff you don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you gotta realize, and that's one of the problems I think why it shouldn't be at least live streamed. You know what I'm saying? Is that that's the forum for that guy. Like if that's the idea that he got in his mind, right, that he wants to establish for the nation, then the parliament is the place for him to come and manifest that. And if something is wrong with what he said, right, then that's the place for us to determine that. You see what I'm saying? That is what governmental bodies do. You know what I'm saying? There has to be, if there's no healthy debate, then there's not enough ideas being presented as solutions. So I'm saying, so I'm not 5% as well, just so you know. I just acknowledge when a dude is intelligent. Hey, look, shout out to you too, man. And I have met some people. I met a couple people in the street that was like, yeah, I ain't 5%, but I just, I like watching the listening. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because you represent something that I actually, and see, I'm towing the line right now. But look, me and Inf Mega, we had a discussion not too long ago where he was saying that I ignore the people that fit your description. Like I don't really do things to bring people that's now already 5% to the live stream so that they can be exposed to knowledge with it. But at the end of the day, I don't know how to do that. I mean, look, see, now even this, that's what I'm saying. All of this, we got to take this down. You know what I'm saying? We got to take all this down, just in terms of, there's some ways that we supposed to deal with things. You know what I'm saying? Look, anybody get caught up, time, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? But just in terms of, even with that, right? Let's say that's true, right? But let's say that's true. That don't got nothing to do with what he said. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can't use this other thing over here to try to disqualify, you know what I'm saying, a person for something over here. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all here, you understand what I'm saying? We all got knowledge and wisdom. And, whatever is the truth will be determined when we wisdom our understanding. But see, we got to keep the mindset that that's what we're doing. See, we can't, because a person say something that disagree with us, right? We can't make them the ops and shit. That's not what makes you the ops. You know what I'm saying? Now we get into where the brother Bedrock TV, or I don't know if I got that right, but where he was saying that the people were saying that, yeah, see, now you getting into physical consequences of things that, you see what I mean? Once you start, things go past a certain line, then it's, so you said your dad was a 5%. So who's your dad? A lot of people say that. I always wondered, do I know? And then you said did you say he was 25 up here? Yeah, 26. So yeah, I'm like, shit. I might grew up with your pops. Freedom. What fish spot lady? That light skinned lady? Wait, what? GD, where was this at? Wait, whoa. Huh. I need to, hey, listen. So I know exactly who you're talking about. Listen, I think I'm gonna have to come get I think I'm gonna have to come get some fish and chips tomorrow. Cause yeah, I know exactly the lady you're talking about. I can come tell her I miss her too. Oh, so this is in the comment section. Oh, I gotta see this because that last comment you put right there, now that's a little bit beyond the pale. And this is on which page is this on? Is it on this is Orman? Is it Orman Smith? Yeah, this is it. Okay. So no, this is 1029. So is it on, wait, let me see. Okay, 1217, 1217, 1217. Okay, there's no comments on that one. No comments there. Is this on the Orman Smith page or on the Allah School of Mecca page? Okay, so Supreme King Allah, he used to own a business outside the school in Mecca. Hmm. And how old is he? Okay, so you're saying it's on the Allah School in Mecca page, right? So let's mosey on over there. Okay, is there any because that's another thing that we discussed was that while I do very long videos, Infinite often cuts his videos so short. So there's a lot. Oh, there is some. And see, this is look. This is one of the things, man. See, this is why I don't fuck with y'all. Because I'm looking here at a brother, and he's mentioning that the seats at the rally is not filled up, and he's speaking on certain things, and automatically everybody kind of like turns it on him, as if that changes the situation. Like he's pointing out that the rally's not packed, right? And then it's like, well, are you packing the rally where you are? Which is a valid question, but at the same time, you're deflecting, bro. You deflecting. But I don't see that. Is there a particular? Can you point me to the video? Because he's got so many you know, they clip so short that it's like I got to go through 1,000 videos to find. No, soft sands. I'm saying, oh, your pops would be a baby boomer. Trying to think who had a business up here. I have to think about it. I'm saying is 6,000 in the title? Is the so hold on, let me look over here. Okay, I see this whole one right here. Maybe this is it. See, this is her. Really, I'm a little bit upset with you for even making me come over here. See. Okay, now I see something here about kids in hot tubs, but I don't see. This is the December rally. I don't know if something was deleted, maybe. Uh, so is this the November rally? What is? Okay, here goes the November one. Ah, uh, yeah, no, I don't see that particular thing. I checked out both. Peace. I checked out both videos. That particular comment I didn't see. Now look, I ain't going to lie, man. If that would be something to address, that lets you know I like to look at myself as retired, man. So you said it's. I think that's the one I looked at. Oh, all right. You know something? Now that you're saying that, right? Now that I read some of your comments you're talking about, I recall, yeah, I don't know. He said Buster Rhymes though. I do recall some yeah about that. Now, how does that fit back in though? Where we at again? You know, I get confused either. So you tell yeah, see, this kind of stuff, I think I'm getting the gist of what you're saying now. So you saying that when the brothers went up there talking about talking about their trip, right? And then they said that somebody gave them money to uh to do the trip, right? So I'm not understanding the controversy. And by the way, shout out to I noticed since we started talking about this topic, a couple new people came in. Shout out to y'all. Hey, listen, tell them I said peace. But is that what this is? Like, I don't understand what's controversial about that. Oh yeah, in terms of people calling people babies that be in their 20s and 30s. Yeah, it's funny, Brad Pool TV, because I'm real. Listen, we real close right now. Hey, CI is really holding us up. And I don't know about full length only because attention spans ain't what they used to be, but real soon, son, I'm telling you. Sooner than you think. Oh. So you're saying that because it was $6,000 that they spent on the trip, like you think that's significant? I mean, what if it cost 6,000? I mean, was he supposed to give him five because because six wouldn't be right and exact? It's like that's how they had it on. Hold on, yeah. We put a little background. We're gonna put a little background music on. some shit in the chamber. I haven't been fucking with y'all. Hold up. This is the y'all getting the very first preview right here. This is what you call leaking. Just remember, you heard it here first.
King Christ grams the dope. It's yesterday what made me never forget. When it was young, they used to play in the jacks and never say regret. Ain't learned the game yet, can't put on the same set. Ain't shift the blame yet, rain, they felt the pain yet. They known to bring it tech. Let him in, talk shit, he won't remain a threat. Vice Christ, they can't collect. We got the same price, the same connect. When we speak, everything's respect. Course a lot to be me. I'm with the guys when they was popping willies. Watch my back, don't let the cops see me. Ain't enough in the pot to free me. And them 12 men will not believe me. Knew the rappers, he was shocked to see me. Thought money on the block was easy. Switched around, spit lines sublime with crimes and shit. You're reminded, sound lit, diamond a pit when you rewind it. King Crush is a fact, been a black god. Top knowledge and stats, built on the track of law. Lessons on captains, rap for war. Shine back, son of a black star. King Crush is a fact, been a black god. Top knowledge and stats, built on the track of law. Lessons on captains, rap for war. Shine back, son of a black star. We came a long way from mean beats and master bus. Ruined police in the main streets was after us. The gods had it crushed, they still got it. Heard a lot, blessed with a gift and switched the product. This shit we all risk for dollars, some ain't make it. A couple sat on the stand and gave a statement. The camera went to like for Vegas, some in the cages. I heard his last time, caught up in his slum in his state. He kept a 9 tucked under his wing. Make him tell his daughter couple things. Today in luck, they cuffing other kings. King Crush is a fact, been the black god. Top knowledge and stats, built on the track of law. Lessons on cap, stop for war. Shine back, son of a black star. King Crush is a fact, been the black god. Top knowledge and stats, built on the track of law. Lessons on cap, stop for war. Shine back, son of a black star. Peace to life, life to go. Game last weekend.
I'm gonna play this one right here, right now. Look, don't tell nobody. This right here. People don't know I talk like this. Listen, people don't know I talk like this right here. Look, you asked for it. You asked for it.
Lace face, straight face poker. Shorty on a strip pole, cause daddy was a smoker. Big tight and bite her over, then you could teach her. Fame game come through the speaker. She don't hear me though. She said that God body shit is too lyrical. To catch her home, that's a miracle. Cats say her head game is spiritual and try to make her wisdom. She in the club breaking niggas for a living. More sin involved with haters. Don't touch her. 9 niggas up, 9 tucked in the dresser. Drama ain't enough to stress her. If she a whole King Crush, let her. Tell her sun, moon, and stars is better. Control the strings like the better. Tell her she gon' treat him like a king forever. Late night ain't bring him pleasure. Chill with my third eye, viewing and mental. Crush drop, use You seen a temple, give a little map what she been through, build like real men do. King Crush take it to the pinnacle. She was scheming, release a demon, Christ rise like it's Easter evening. Either beast or fiending, kept a cup full, get a nigga comfortable, then take them. Plus she old friends with Satan, stay shaking, play it like she weigh a nation. Nurse slayer patient, drop cash and lonely. Pop fast, she might smash the homies. Got the aura of the master on me. Sweet, she ain't scared of fucking. Speak the chief, she ain't hearing nothing. Switching flavor, game thick and she's a player. We did that before that episode.
So yeah, that project right there is being held up by your brother CI right now. That, you know, look, I'm ready. You see, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, look, we got one last issue, you know, the vocals. He got passed me off the vocals so we could do it. But look, I got some shit here. Wait, you let y'all hear it. So we're gonna finish this up. We're gonna take it back home. See, a lot of niggas, they forgot that your boy was Wu-Tang. I'm about to demonstrate that I still got it. What you say? King Math. Imp said you should reach out to me for my math or some way to build with me. Said it would be beneficial. Why? What you do? What you do? Yeah, I got the Wu-Tang touch, man. Even I got gold and platinum over there. But right now, look, I'm doing my remix right now. I got some remix shit. Oh, I ain't recorded that. I got some hot fire, man. So I'm saying, I mean, listen, you know, music is going the way it went. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not mad at them because see, look, you know, the young people, they do whatever music they do, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they wanted to sound. And if people go and support that, right? You can't hate on them. You know what I'm saying? Like you got all these people, oh, we love the classic hip hop, but you ain't. That's what the same what we saying. You ain't putting that love into activation. So you know you can't be this. It went the way it went. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in my era, there was people saying the same thing. But look, at that time, you know, we doing what we doing, man. I'm not making my music for you. So wait, is your name CI something? Like C something? You see, let me tell you something. That's a misconception. I don't bomb new people. So I mean, look, that's your error. So yeah, you like the new stuff. I don't like the new stuff. Well, look, some of it could be because I can't do it. Like I can't make the drums. But just in general, it's not my style. Like the new beats, they don't lend themselves to enough lyricism. Speaking of that, yo, Freedom, I got something I've been working on for your man, yo. I got something. You know what I've been doing? I've been making over Be Thankful for What You Got. Remember your man that we was in choir. We went to choir the last time to check him, and he was in there doing his thing. Yeah, I got some stuff. Yeah, beloved, that's him. He said a beat, an instrumental. Oh, I know you're talking about the intro jump off. Uh, yeah, I don't have no immediate plans for that right now. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't have like that's not it's not on the roster yet. Well, if he's educating you, at some point, you know, we gotta go back up the tree. You understand what I'm saying? And because all that's gonna give you some perspective, man. You see what I'm saying? Like if you knew the brothers that taught me, right, it give you some perspective on So you know, we had a little, you know, but look, I have been holding that back. I got, you know, I can't front that. I've been that was kind of I don't know what the word is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been having that in the chamber for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Ready to blast out. So, you know, y'all got to hear that, see that. You know, still in the pocket. Still in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Just chefing that up to the right temperature and all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna send you that other joint, but I'm still actually working on it. You know what I'm saying? I got these is just some jump offs that I recorded, but I got a whole batch sitting in the whistling. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, right now I'm on my remake shit where I'm doing right now I'm doing Thankful for What You Got. But I'm gonna do Loving You Is Wrong. I'm gonna do that soon. But at any rate, a separate channel for my music. Actually, I do. But yeah, I don't be, you know, look, that was one of the things that was also part of that discussion with me and Infinite. You know, that I don't really, you know, putting that in my music, I don't mix. But see, to me, that's what it is. Like, see, don't get caught up in this right here, and then now you ain't listening to what I said. So you know, we got any what's next? You know what? I should start doing that. Was that really was that wasn't on purpose. Just for me moving around and I don't use my equipment. I still got all the stuff. I gotta hook everything back up. Y'all know when, you know, we go in the gold microphone and all that. But yeah, I gotta get everything back hooked up. And then I'm gonna go back to giving a little intro and all that. Oh man, Supreme Man, you just missed it, bro. You just missed it, man. We just ran through the catalog, man. You see? We just ran through the catalog, man. But yeah, man, we just how many songs and beats we just ran off just now? People in the live stream, I don't even know how many it was. How many, that was at least what? Good 8-9 joints, right? Hold on, we gotta fire it up. You know, Supreme is my brother. So look, we're gonna play this right here for him, just to get him hyped. But you can't have this one, Supreme. I'll tell you right now before you. But look, this is how we started it out. we got this track from Supreme Man. See, right now, you can't really do nothing, though. See, that's another thing. That's another thing. See, I had to wait for a minute until that brother's record died down. The brother that keep doing that, he got that record All in All. Yeah, you kind of gotta let that go. You gotta let him do his thing. Because you can't really listen. Anywhere you go, where it's 5%ers, they asking to hear that record. I'm still waiting on it to come through. Let me see. Okay, here it goes. Yeah, these niggas stole my picture, yo. What is these people?
Temple beat, that's who they is. The best in England. I love me too. I love me. It's about me, not you. Never. I love me. Who put this together? Me. Who you see right now? Me. Supreme Man Polo. Y'all know. If you don't, catch up. Me, that's who, yeah, it's true. Love for me, no love for you. You call me conceited, I suck a beat. Me versus you, I'm undefeated. Your opinion against mine, I choose me every time. My reflection, my direction. You don't like me, you need erection. You don't like me, you need dissection. Come against me, no protection. I'm fortified, don't have to lie. Full of life, don't have to die. Keep them vibes and give me highs. In this game, I will survive. Being me, you seeing me. On DMG, only needed me. It's me, I'm thinking free. It's me, no shrinking me. It's me, I'm lifting me. I'll bury you. You shitting me? It's me, I'm thinking free. It's me, no shrinking me. It's me, I'm lifting me. I'll bury you. You shitting me? They calling me narcissistic. I'm telling them, suck my, get this photo. Yeah, I told them, get the heat. I'm locking loaded. If not me, hold it beat. Oh, you want you? Wait and see. Stay on the couch just like a sucker. Sometimes soon you'll start to suffer. I'm a stage, not a French. You over me, what kind of sense? What kind of shit? This rhyming shit. I got it locked. You kind of dense, kind of dumb, kind of stupid, kind of beaten, so confusing. You look close but hardly see who did this to you. Nigga, me. It's me, I'm thinking free. It's me, no shrinking me. It's me, I'm lifting me. I'll bury you. You shitting me? It's me, I'm thinking free. It's me, no shrinking me. It's me, I'm lifting me. I'll bury you. You shitting me? Man, that ain't you. You don't even sound like you. You don't even look like you. You don't even spit like you.
All right, now look. And look, at the end of the record, he said that, right? Did you do that on purpose? Where the way the voice is distorted, right? It don't sound like you. What is so is that Did you particularly do that like that? Look, Supreme man, like, you know, this is always say, man, the Supreme man. But see, look, that's that's a certain science. It's that you know, that was Majesty that said that. Yeah, but you still what I'm saying is, was that part of the record? Was that part of the mystique of the record? And see, this is my shit too, right? Now look, he made that record like he from Tennessee. This nigga from Jersey. That's why I look. As soon as he came on, that's why I smiled. Like, yo, what is this guy? But yeah, but because when I first heard it, I didn't like the distortion on the voice. But then after a while, when I started picking up that that's what he was putting down, then I seen the light on that. But so yeah. I guess we've reached that juncture. You know, I already fucked that package up in terms of us getting back to building. You know what I'm saying? You know, at this point, I mean, we building, but you know, in terms of getting in tune with the lessons. But you know, look, we you got the beat from a brother in England. Yeah, so that's the England drill. Because that's what I'm saying, like how they did the hi-hats and all that. I'm not do that. I'm a soul brother, number 7. But you know, the title that we dealt with today, of course, you know what I'm saying, putting things into activation. You know what I mean? And how you know, when you don't put things into activation, you know what I'm saying, then you know, it automatically becomes religious. You know, it automatically becomes your faith that you're just telling people about. You know what I mean? Something that you believe, but you're not taking those steps. You know what I mean? By steps, I mean knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, you know, all the way to born so you can complete that cipher. You know what I'm saying? You know, we went through a couple other little ciphers, you know what I'm saying? Some of the history, you know what I'm saying, of you know, how to put this into activation as far as teaching, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, how you know, through each one, teach one, you know, we built this nation, you know what I'm saying? All of us, you know what I'm saying? It was, you know, a founder without question, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, as long as you're putting this into activation, right? There's no separating you from where this came from. You know what I'm saying? Where it comes from. So, you know, we had a good live here. You know, I guess we're gonna go out. You know what I'm saying? We play a little joint. Of course, we already heard this, but you know, I like this joint. You know, we're gonna go ahead, sign off. You know what I'm saying? We had some fun today. You know, I do, believe it or not, I do try to make it back on. You know, I have it in my you know, plans a lot of times, but things get hectic. So, you know, if we get a chance to come back on, but see, that's one of the things you gotta realize, right? Is that in my spare time, it's not really even my, you know, when I'm working on these songs. You know, I got a couple projects coming out. I can't recall what this one is. You know, I told y'all about Sarah's Son a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? Sarah's Son is going to drop, and then we're going to keep it pushing. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to go out with this.
It's yesterday what made me never forget. When it was young, they used to play in the jacks Ain't shit to blame yet. Rain ain't felt the pain yet. Ain't known to bring it tech. Let a man talk shit, he won't remain a threat. Price we can't collect. We got the same price, the same connect. When we speak, everything's respect. Cost a lot to be me. I'm with the guys when they was popping willies. Watch my back, don't let the cops see me. Ain't enough in the pot to free me. And the 12 men will not believe me. Knew the rap cause he was shocked to see me. Thought money on the block was easy. Twist around, spit lines, sublime with crimes and shit. You reminded, shine lit, diamond a pit when you rewind it. King Crush is a fact, been the black god. Top knowledge and stats, real on the track of law. Lessons on captains, rap the wall. Shine back, son of a black star. King Crush is a fact, been the black god. Top knowledge and stats, real on the track of law. Lessons on captains, rap the wall. Shine back, son of a black star. We came a long way from main beats and master bus. Ruined police in the main streets was after us. The gods had it crushed, they still got it. Heard of love, blessed with a gift and switched the product. They sick, we all risk for dollars, some ain't make it. A couple sat on the stand and gave a statement. The camera went to life for Vegas, some in the cages. I heard his last time, caught up in the slum in his state. He kept a 9 tucked under his wing. Meant to tell his daughter a couple things. Today in luck, they cuffing other kings. King Crush is a fact, been the black god. Drop knowledge and stats, real on the track to law. Lessons on cap and strap the wall. Shine back, son of a black star. King Crush is a fact, been the black god. Drop knowledge and stats, real on the track to law. Lessons on cap and strap the wall. Shine back, son of a black star. Life ranks dope. They laugh, they
Peace, y'all.